Hello, Sagasol here, back with a newly updated Paleo Pines. With this update we have new colors to find, which, if we are honest, is the most exciting thing. But there's also more that has been included in this update. And we'll get into that later on. For now, we have our first new color in this little Raptor here. At first I was wondering if it was a rare old color that I simply had missed, or if it was new. So of course I had to check. But I really didn't want to at first. Eventually I got it. So I sang its little friend song. And soothed it to sleep so I could check out what it was. Turns out this was the new honeysuckle coloration, which on the Raptor is uncommon. After admiring it for a moment, I continued on. And immediately found another new coloration. This time it's still the honeysuckle, but it's on another dinosaur. The Kentrosaurus. I messed up the song at first, so I had to start over, but it's not a big deal. The honeysuckle for Kentrosaurus is a common coloration, which I really got to see later on, as there were 3 of them the next day. It was also Marlowe's budding day, so I went to say hello. I gave him a little gift and he gave me the unique dialogue he had. He talked about how he felt like he was one with his tree. And then he felt a little bit silly for thinking so, but I reassured him that it's not at all silly, because he does provide a good point. Meanwhile, Poco is standing there in the background being absolutely adorable. He gave me some rhubarb seeds and commented on my heartful soul. And here I am demonstrating the fact that you can now harvest things while mounted, provided that your dinosaur, or archosaur, has the right skill. With the Desmatosuchus being a clearer, it can harvest mushrooms and other forageables from the ground. Then I went to Ariakata and found a new coloration for a Utahraptor. This darker Utahraptor was really nice to see, considering that all the other Utahs, except for the melanistic one, are all pastel colorations. Very light in color, and they all have white bellies. So it was really nice to see something darker for a change. This coloration specifically is called Tyrant. And for the Raptor, it is an uncommon. The next day I found a chocolate egg, which is one of the new additions for this update. There's a little Easter egg hunt, and there are 5 chocolate eggs spread around in the world of Paleo Pines. There's only 5 of them, and they are pretty well hidden. At this point I haven't found them all, but it was nice to see what they look like. And then I found yet another new coloration. This time a Stegosaurus. And this was the uncommon sunflower Stegosaurus, which looks really cute next to its cloudy sunset buddy next to it. I woke it up because I wanted to get a good shot to have it in the thumbnail of the video. After admiring it, I went to check on the Ferrocinosaurus, Deinonychus? No, that's not it. Deinocheirus, that's the name. And hoped for a new Rex coloration, but alas, it was just an oak. Oh, yes. Here we found a new Deinonychus. This was a really cute one. I really liked its coloration because, well, it's pink and purple, which are my favorite colors. Initially I thought it was the violet... what was it called? Violet haze. I thought it was a violet haze coloration. But it turns out it wasn't. This adorable little thing was a Hyacinth Deinonychus. An uncommon one with that. And then I spotted a new Compsognathus. And here I noticed that it kinda looked like chocolate. So I commented on that and said that it looked like milk chocolate up on the top, and then white chocolate and dark chocolate. This was a Willow coloration. Another uncommon one, at least for the Compsognathus. And then I went to wait for the Baryonyx to spawn, but it was just a common rust. On to the next day, and I found another new Gallimimus. And this Gallimimus is of course a hyacinth, just like the Deinonychus we saw just earlier. Again, I absolutely love the colors it has, and it works really well. And it was yet another uncommon one. The next day, Ariakota, I very nearly ran past this new Willow Pinacosaurus. I thought it was a sand one, but just as I was about to run past it, I noticed that no, that isn't sand. Confirming that it was a Willow Pinacosaurus, another uncommon one, I headed out to the dunes to see what else I could find. Of course, I had to check on the Protoceratops. But there was nothing new there. While it wasn't a new color, I did come across a rare ocean Carnotaurus. So I got this attention to make sure that I had it registered in the journal. And then something rather strange happened. I found a large Dreamstone, which was not supposed to be there. I knew for a fact that the last Dreamstone I was going to get from Sarah. I did, however, pick this one up, and I got the achievement. But I felt bad and reloaded the save. And for the last discovery, I found yet another new Microraptor. And this was the rare coloration Prickly Pear. Absolutely adorable. I was happy to find another new coloration. And at this point I had recorded around 30 minutes of footage. And shortly after I realized that I didn't have the mute, and I didn't unmute the microphone. So, let's have a look at the patch notes then, shall we? Of course, they added gorgeous new dinosaur colors and deluxe herbivore and carnivore food, which lasts longer and provide a happiness bonus. As we saw earlier, wild collectibles can now be picked up while mounted, if the dino has the right skill, of course. Windmills and the fertilizer boxes, ranch storage units and a town board can be accessed while mounted. And then there was of course the chocolate egg hunt, where for a limited time you can find chocolate eggs which can be used to instantly befriend a dino or raise a dino to helper level. We hope to find them all. And some smaller bug fixes. Anyway, I have never done a voiceover like this before, so I hope everything turns out alright. And I hope you enjoyed the video either way. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, where I didn't mute the microphone for the entire video. Bye bye!